All right, today we're going to dive into a tool that went through a total transformation to solve one of the biggest, most universal headaches in system analysis. This is the story of Procmon Dashboard version 6.0 and what it looks like to absolutely nail a complete rewrite. So, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the problem, this overwhelming flood of system data. Then, we'll see how this amazing new tool brings some serious clarity to all that chaos. We're going to explore the massive rewrite that made it all possible, look at the cold, hard proof that it worked, and then we'll get a little peek at what's just around the corner. Okay, first things first. We have to understand the core problem, a pain point that anyone who's ever had to troubleshoot a system knows all too well, the absolute deluge of data. Sound familiar? You're hunting for that one tiny clue, that one needle in a digital haystack, but you're just drowning in millions and millions of system events. It's a challenge every single developer, every single system admin has banged their head against. I mean, look at this. This one line from a process monitor log. This is what we're up against. Yeah, it's incredibly detailed, which is great. But now just try to imagine making sense of millions of these lines scrolling past your screen. It's cryptic, it's overwhelming, and let's be honest, it's basically impossible to analyze by hand. And the source of all this noise? It's Process Monitor, or Procmon, as most of us call it. It is an absolutely essential tool for seeing what's really happening under the hood in Windows. It captures everything, and that's both its greatest strength and its biggest challenge. It just generates this tidal wave of information that you somehow have to tame. So how in the world do you get from that total chaos to some real clarity? Well, this is the solution. Turning that flood of raw data into a clear, actionable picture. And that, my friends, is exactly where Procmon Dashboard version 6.0 comes in. So the first thing it does is take all that raw text and magically transform it into powerful analytics. We're talking interactive charts you can actually click and drill down into, an advanced data table for those really deep dives, and even automatic anomaly detection. The tool literally uses AI to find actionable insights for you and give you a clear system health score. But wait, how does it handle all that data in the first place? Well, under the hood, this thing is an absolute beast. It is built from the ground up to process millions of records without even breaking a sweat. It uses memory-optimized streaming, so it won't crash your machine on huge files, and it even supports batch processing. And maybe the best part? It wraps all that insane power in this beautiful, modern user experience. You've got your light and dark modes, a responsive design that looks great anywhere, and just a super clean, professional interface. And when you finally find what you're looking for, one click, and you can export it. Easy. But to achieve all this, to get to this point, version 6.0 couldn't just be another update. No way. It had to be a complete, from the ground up rewrite that fundamentally changed the entire game. You can really see the whole journey right here. I mean, it started out as just a simple parser spitting out text reports. Over time, it got a little better, adding CSV processing and a basic dashboard. But version 6.0, that's not just another step on the ladder. It's a quantum leap forward from everything that came before it. Let's just put it side by side because the difference is night and day. The old way, version 5, had some basic charts but really choked on large files. The new way, version 6.0, is built on a modern, modular architecture, and the performance gains alone are just staggering. It is 4 times faster while using 60% less memory. Incredible! And this performance boost comes from that completely new modular architecture. You can see how each part of the process, from the initial entry point all the way to generating the final dashboard, is handled by its own distinct, separate layer. It's just a super clean, super efficient design that's built for both raw speed and long-term maintainability. But look, talk is cheap, right? Anybody can say their rewrite is great. The real question is, can they prove it? Well, in this case, we don't have to take their word for it. There is verifiable, documented proof that this rewrite achieved its incredibly ambitious goals. First, let's look at the hard numbers, straight from the changelog. Processing speed is up by a factor of 4. Memory usage has been slashed by 60%. This isn't just a small improvement, it is a total revolution in performance. Okay, and what about quality? Stability? How about this for a number? 0. That's right, as in 0 console errors, verified in the final validation report. This isn't some beta product, it's a polished, production-ready tool that just works, period. I mean, this quote from the validation report really says it all, doesn't it? Status complete, 10 out of 10 quality achieved. That's the kind of statement that builds undeniable confidence and trust in the software. And that perfect score wasn't just some arbitrary thing. It was based on this incredibly rigorous rubric that covered everything you could think of: portability, functionality, documentation, security, you name it. It passed every single category with a perfect score. And speaking of documentation, that commitment to quality is crystal clear here too. The project includes over 195 kilobytes of comprehensive docs. We're talking user guides, technical references, everything you could possibly need to get started and become an expert. But here's the really exciting part. This isn't the end of the story, not even close. Version 6.0 is an incredible foundation, and it's obvious the team sees it as a living, breathing platform with a very ambitious future. The immediate roadmap for just the next version, 6.1, is already packed with powerful new features. Get this: a real-time monitoring mode, custom alert rules you can set yourself, scheduled analysis, and brand new visualizations for process trees and network activity. And if we look even further down the road to version 7.0, the vision just gets bigger and bolder. The plan is to integrate machine learning for way smarter anomaly detection, predictive analysis, and huge enterprise-level features like a multi-server dashboard and even a full REST API. So all of this really brings us to one final thought. With a tool this powerful, a tool that can take millions of cryptic logs and turn them into a clear, understandable story, it really just leaves one question, doesn't it? What hidden story is your system just waiting to tell?